All right, here we go with another AYDMS, and if you're curious what that stands for, it is answering your DMs. So today I'm going to focus primarily on Snapchat DMs. I've gone through Instagram the past few times on my AYDMSs, and if you're new to this little series that I started a very long time ago, it is just a little series where I literally just go through my DMs. I sit back here, I edit the parts out where I'm sitting and reading and replying, and I just answer your DMs through video format. I don't generally read the questions word for word, but the first one is the first thing that I answered. It's gonna be super quick. Is basic training really that bad, right? Is it really that hard? You know, there's a lot of talk and hype about basic training for all the branches. Is it really that bad? Yes and no, right? So if you're in the worst shape ever and you're just like barely able to join, it might be a little bit more rough for you than it needs to be. But in all honesty, especially for what I thought, what other people think, and I think it's a good 90% chance that basic training is just simply not going to be as hard as you thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be hard, right? And for most of you, it's gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done. But I think some people think like, it's just like every single day is just like, I gotta keep pushing, I can't fail. You know, there's gonna be certain things that you can fail, but you get to try again. But it's, you know, there's a lot of hype about it. But I would say no, in general, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Here's a pretty good one that I don't think I've ever been asked before. The first half I have, and that is basically, I'm 17 years old, Alaskan who enjoys the outdoors and street fighting, interested in joining 11 Bravo option 40, which is infantry ranger. So infantry contract, and you're gonna go into the 75th Ranger Regiment. It's not Ranger School, you're going to the 75th. I got a video explaining the difference. And then he says, is this a good fit? I'm getting a $40,000 bonus, and how is the bonus system? Like, how does that work? How is it taxed? So I'm gonna kind of do a quick little run through on that. So this shouldn't take too long, but basically, I don't know if it's a good fit for you. I think people enjoy infantry or really any MOS from any walk of life. But if you do like the outdoors and you like street fighting, although you're not gonna be doing like many street fights, but if you like the outdoors, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a good one for you in my opinion. And then as far as the option 40 contract goes, if you want it, go get it, like, and really go and get it. Again, you know, it's not gonna be easy for an option 40 to join the 75th, so you really gotta get after it with that. But as far as the $40,000 bonus, quick little rundown of how the bonus system works in the Army. Your initial enlistment contract bonus, your enlistment contract bonus, because you do get re-enlistment contract bonuses if you decide to do that, if it's available. But for the initial enlistment, you get half of it after AIT, and I've made a video talking about it. Maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months after AIT, you're gonna get half of it, which in your case is gonna be $20,000. How is it taxed? Well, it's gonna be taxed a lot. It's basically, I think like a straight, just like 25%. So basically 25% of it is gonna be taxed. So if you have a $20,000 bonus coming to you, I'm not sure exactly, but it'll be around about $15,000 is what you're actually gonna get. And then after your initial half lump sum or whatever, you're gonna get it after 2 years and then the next 2 years. So you're gonna get half after AIT, you're gonna get half of it after 2 years of your initial enlistment. So if your AIT for you is, I think infantry is now like 22 weeks, you know, after a year and 30 weeks, then you're gonna get your second quarter, and then 2 more years from your enlistment date, you're gonna get the last little bit. All right, so I got somebody here who is in the process of losing some weight to get ready for the Marines basic training. Basically, he's just a little bit worried about some issues and injuries, tendonitis and things during basic training. The real question is, will he just have to push through it? And the answer is pretty much yes. In the military and basic training and a lot of different things military related, you know, small little injuries, like, you're just expected to just push through it. Like, it is gonna be uncomfortable. If you are injured, if you have really bad blisters, if you're chafing on the inside of your legs because you've been rucking so much, you just gotta push through it. It is gonna suck, but you just gotta do it. Like, nobody's really gonna have much sympathy for you, you know, if you're just like, oh, my feet really hurt or whatever. it's just not gonna happen. Now, if you break your leg or if you hurt yourself, then yes, you should bring that up, and that should be something that should be looked at by the doctors. You're gonna go to sick call or whatever. But I mean, people all the time will have broken feet and things like that, and they're still rucking. So when you see people like that, and you see people who are literally bleeding out of their boots, and they're still rucking and they're still pushing, whenever you have, you know, your little bit of pain or whatever, you look at them and it kind of motivates you a little bit, and that's something that always motivates me. And then I think the last question that I'm going to do is going to be a pretty simple one, and that is, if I join the Guard after AIT, you pretty much return home and then begin the 1 weekend a month aspect of your unit. The unit a soldier is assigned to is ideally close to where they live, correct? Thanks in advance. So yes, you are completely right. So for the Army Reserves and the National Guard, after you finish your AIT, unless you have follow-on training like airborne or air assault or anything, then you are going to just go back to your unit, which is going to be pretty much like near wherever you live. So if you're in the National Guard, it's going to be in the same state as you, right? But you're just going to be going home, and then now you're going to be going to drill every month. So you're gonna be living at home, you're gonna go back to your civilian career, your civilian job. If you're gonna go back to school, you're gonna go back to whatever kind of like normal life you had, except it's gonna be a little bit different because now like you're in the military and you're gonna look at things a little bit differently now. But you're gonna go back to it, it's gonna be the same old thing, and then you're gonna begin your whole Army Reserve, National Guard, military life. And as far as any additional training that you're gonna do, that's gonna be really dependent on you. Of course, you can be doing the annual training, but if you wanna do any additional schooling, you can do that if you kind of like volunteer for these things. But if you wanna just kind of sit back and not do anything extra besides the 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year, you can do that. So I know that was a really simple one, but I understand there's a lot of things that might just seem really simple and you're not sure about. So yes, right after AIT, you're good, you're done, you're headed home. Which is why for Reserves and Guard, really kind of like the worst part about joining is just that initial basic training in AIT, and then after that it's like you're good until you go on a deployment. So that is going to be it for this video. It is kind of crazy how many like questions I get on and residual, it's like religious basis, same question. So I'm trying to do questions that maybe I haven't gotten all that much. So the other ones that I answered were just through the phone because I've either made a video on it or whatever. So if you have a question, I've always tried to make my titles like pretty much the question or a roundabout with keywords that you would be searching for. So if you have a question that you want to ask me on social media or something, or maybe I haven't gotten to you, like if you can think of it in a short title, just put that in on YouTube and maybe type in my name afterwards, Matt Ward, and then I promise you probably I've made a video on the question that you're gonna ask. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, that'd be awesome. If you want to stick on some more of my videos and me answering some more of your questions, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell button. That would be even better. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat if you haven't already. I hope you guys have an amazing freaking day, and I will see you later.